Hello everyone. Thank you very much for your presentation at the FC 2021 conference. I'm Professor Hyukjun Choi of Pyeongtaek University who will present today. The title of this paper is The Effect of Korean Companies' Business Environment and Halal Certification on Export Performance. Then I will start the presentation. The table of content is organized as follows. First, introduction. Second, literature review. Third, model of study. Fourth, result of analysis. Finally, conclusion. This slide is an introduction, which is the background and purpose of the study. Over the past decade, the term halal has evolved to take on a new meaning. What used to be mostly about food and Islamic financing is now seen as a way of life, sending ripple effects across supply chain and industry. The trend is now stimulating billions of dollars in halal market expansion. In 2017, the global halal economy amounted to $2.1 trillion as the world's roughly 1.8 billion Muslims warm up to halal lifestyle products. Halal food and beverage products make up the largest category, with consumer worldwide spending $1.3 trillion, followed by halal clothing at $270 billion, halal media and entertainment at $209 billion, halal travel at $177 billion, halal pharmaceuticals at $87 billion, and halal cosmetic at $61 billion. In order to enter the halal market efficiently, this study aims to analyze the impact of the corporate environment, corporate strategy, and government support system on the understanding and acquisition of a halal certification, and to analyze the impact on the export performance of halal certified companies. Next, as a literature review, I will look at the concept of halal and previous research. The word halal is originated from an Arabic word meaning permitted or allowable. Halal are things or actions that permitted by Sharia law, Islamic law, and it should be performed to show an obligation towards Islamic faith. As a defining market parameter, halal is evolving and expanding. Traditionally, halal was seen to refer only to meat and poultry, specifically with reference to the method of slaughter. More recently, this has grown to include non-meat foods such as dairy, baked goods, snacks, confectionery, ready-made meals, and other processed food and beverage products. Most of the halal-related studies were conducted in the Middle East and Southeast Asia. Next, let's take a look at the previous study on halal. Mean 2015 analyzed the characteristics of the halal market in Indonesia and Malaysia, understanding the halal market as a whole. And Zhang et al. 2016 suggests the implication for the domestic halal food industry by analyzing the trade structure and the domestic and international trends of a halal food industry growing into a global mega industry. Shah 2016 suggests that logistics service providers should be successful in the halal logistics industry analyze business flows by country, and provide active government support and customer service to non-Muslim as well as Muslim to use halal food. Meanwhile, Lee, 2012, considered Islamic law and Malaysia's legal system and halal certification system. Korean company lack information on the halal market, and halal related research is also mostly literature research and halal market research. This study seeks to derive expert performance factor for Korean companies operating in the halal market. This slide is a model of study. Figure 1 is to analyze the impact of business environment, corporate strategy, and government support on halal certification in order to analyze the performance of the halal market and also to analyze the impact of halal certification on export performance. The next slide is sample selection and data collection and the method of analysis. For the analysis of this study, a questionnaire survey was prepared for companies with experience exporting to the halal market. A total of 291 sample targets were collected via email, fax, and face-to-face interview, of which 248 were used for analysis. Statistical processing of surveys collected for this study used SPSS 25.0 and analysis of moment structural Amos 2.1.0 statistical program. In this study, frequency analysis, reliability analysis, correlation analysis, and path analysis were performed. First, result of analysis. This slide is a demographic analysis of respondents. Demographic analysis was divided into company size, industry, export experience, and export country. Please refer to the slide. Table 2 shows the reliability analysis result. For reliability analysis, Cromba alpha coefficient was used, and the reliability of the entire questionnaire was found to be 0.2894. Table 3 shows the result of measuring the fit using the maximum likelihood estimation method to check whether the concept of the measured variable is appropriate. DF, RMR, GFI, AGFI, TRI, CFI, RMR were confirmed, and the measurement model was verified as good. The following table 4 shows the result of the correlation analysis. The correlation between corporate strategies and halal certification was found to be low, and government support and export performance were also found to have low correlation. The following table 5 shows the path analysis result. As a result of path analysis, 5 out of 7 hypotheses were accepted and 2 were rejected. It was found that corporate strategies did not affect halal certification, and government support did not affect export performance. Finally, the conclusion. This study analyzed the impact of corporate environment, corporate strategies, and government support on halal certification acquisition. and export performance in order to find efficient ways for Korean companies to enter halal as the halal market grows rapidly. It also analyzed the impact of the halal certification system on export performance. This study used the questionnaire method, and the survey was distributed and collected by companies with export experience in the halal market. A total of 302 copies of the survey were distributed and 254 copies were collected, with a total of 248 companies having a valid sample. The analysis result and implication of this study are as follows. First, the corporate environment and government support are affecting halal certification. This shows that export experience and management's inclination to the halal market are very important, and that the government education on the halal market and the establishment of an export support system are very important. Second, understanding the halal certification system and obtaining halal certification affect export performance. This shows that it is very important to obtain halal certification and gain the trust of local consumers. Third, the corporate environment and corporate strategies are affecting the export performance of the halal market. It can be seen that risk management is needed for companies' halal market, and a customized strategy is needed considering the characteristics of the halal market. In particular, if the centralization strategies and excellent quality of the segment market through halal certification are put forward, consumers can gain trust even if it is a high-priced product. On the other hand, the limitation of this study first require more systematic and specific research, such as economic conditions, industrial analysis, market analysis, logistics infrastructure, and corporate advancement cases. Second, the halal market is judged to have sufficient market conditions for food companies, pharmaceutical and cosmetic companies, and logistics companies to enter, and research on how to enter the market needs to be conducted in depth. This concludes the presentation. Thank you for listening.